Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. This fielded at the 2. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
Legal block in the back. Return team.
This is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Back 22! Back 22!
They'll run it now out of the guns. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other, and controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3rd and long. It's Watson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
20. There you go, Tiger.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They give him a gain of 38.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Frank Gore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Watson hands this to Foreman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Black 22! Black 22!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Green 39! Green 39!
To throw is Watson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch there for Thomas. It's a first down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now Watson. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Tannehill hands to Drake. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
20. Hey, 20.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long.
Hey, 20. Hey, 20.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Zebra.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. It's complete to Grant. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, 20, 20, 20, 20. Tiger.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Go. Zero. Touch. 48.
On second and 10, Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Tiger.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. He goes underneath the Drake. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hip.
Again, Tannehill. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. DJ Reader in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long.
Zero.
Tannehill. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Drake off the give from Tannehill, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Play. 50.
On 1st down, Tannehill flushed out right. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. The former #1 overall pick Jadeveon Clowney in there to bury him for a loss of 11. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
2 big plays in succession, and the Dolphins on the move. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff for Drake. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Where you at? Play. Play.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
20. Hip.
Here's Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Tannehill now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
We at. Kill. Go.
On the give, this is Drake. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nice hit, boy. Let's go, get set. Hey, 20.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Parker that time, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Tiger.
Now it's Tannehill. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there. Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Hopkins, strong running. Always able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Black 22! Black 22!
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
False start. Offense.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down.
Black 22!
They'll run for it. This is Foreman going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Go. 30! It's going to be a long day. Hey!
They stay on the ground with Drake. And some room to maneuver. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 85 yards. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out comes Houston. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the left.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
On first down, Drake dances by at the 20. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now on first down, Drake again. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Three down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Tight right. Play.
You got tight.
Go. Zero.
Throwing now, Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They get it to him running left. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop it for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. To throw on second is Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. And they'll get the spike off with 6 seconds to go. Here's Ryan Quigley now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he will fall on this one himself, so no late turnover, and time has run out